Do you have a JL Wrangler and you're rocking some 37-inch tires? Well, today we're talking about how to safely carry a full-size spare. How to carry a full-size spare has been a question that has challenged Jeepers for decades. And as Jeeps have gotten bigger and bigger, it has become more and more important to safely address how to carry a full-size spare tire on your rig. Behind me, we've got a JL Wrangler that we've done a lot of work to over the past few months. And one thing we're excited to talk about is the new Teraflex hinge reinforcement and adjustable tire carrier, of course, made by Teraflex. Now, Teraflex reinvented the wheel when it comes to tire carriers with the JK tire carrier that they released for the JK platform. And what they did is they took what we traditionally mounted to the rear bumper and reinvented the wheel with this massive hinged carrier and adjustable tire mount. It worked out really well for the JK, and they took some of the principles that they learned from that carrier and worked it into the one for the JL. Now we're gonna get you into exactly what goes into making this work for the JL. We're gonna do a time lapse of the whole install and why we think this is one of the best tire carriers on the market for the JL. So we've begun installation on the tire carrier. As you can see, we've got everything disassembled from the old gate, everything unplugged, so for the third brake light as well as the camera. We also put masking tape on 4 locations here and masked a straight line across, just so we know that we can get this thing lined up exactly where it needs to be after we're all done. Over here on the table, we've got everything laid out. Now on this particular Jeep, we already had the adjustable mount installed. So if it looks a little dirty, that's why. This adjustable mount is made by Teraflex as well. And if you've previously purchased it, it works directly in conjunction with their hinge reinforcement that we're gonna be installing today. I really like the attention to detail that Teraflex provides in this kit. I mean, all of the little plugs. This is the limit strap to keep the gate from flying open the whole way. We've got a high lift jack mount over here. I mean, this thing is awesome. It is burly and it's designed to carry a ton of weight. If we flip this thing over, there's a bunch of webbing and stuff in the back side of this that's designed to make sure that this thing stays together and is as light and as strong as possible. You can see these hinge pieces, they look very, very similar to what was used on the JK very successfully. So those go in and they get actually mounted like that instead of a JK, which gets mounted like this. So they get mounted like that and they'll go inside here. We've got this woofer panel pulled out and it's hard to see now, but we can, if you look right down inside there, you can see where those hinges get bolted in and where we'll take them off. Like I said before, with the tape, we're gonna make sure that everything opens and closes just right and that these lines line up exactly where they need to be. In the adjustable tire carrier, this portion here, there's a provision for the backup camera as well. So the backup camera goes inside there, as well as a third brake light, which I don't see, but it's pretty slick how that third brake light attaches on here, kind of like a bicycle seat post clamp. So it works out really well. This was the old CB antenna mount that Teraflex provided. I think we're gonna ditch this one and mount the CB antenna right here on the jack mount, as long as everything works out fine there. But I really do think that this is probably the best engineered spare tire carrier on the market. As you can see, there's 3 positions for wheel mounting. So we've got, right here's the 3 studs that the spare tire bolts to, and you can see they can go in either one of these locations. So the up and down location of the spare tire can be selected depending on exactly what size tire you want. what bumper cutout you've got, and how everything fits. You see this is a slotted hole here too. So that means it can go in and out as well as up and down, but in and out depending on exactly what tire size, what wheel width, and what the back spacing is. So that's really important too, because ultimately what we want is that tire as close to the body as possible to reduce any unnecessary leverage on these hinges, because all that extra leverage and weight is what ruins those hinges from the start. So we're gonna set up a time lapse and show you exactly how the whole thing goes together. It looks like a pretty straightforward install, and I can't anticipate it taking any more than an hour or two at the max. The JL tire carrier from Teraflex is an awesome solution if you've got a JL and want a safe and secure way to hold a spare. As you can see, we've got it mounted here, and you can see the heavy duty hinge. Looks great, awesome designed. We also installed this high lift jack mount bracket. We got a CB antenna. Probably a good thing to add is a little Daystar jack handle isolator, just to keep those rattles down. But all in all, it looks great. You can see the third brake light right there where it's mounted with that quick release and the backup camera. Everything looks really, really good. And like I said before, it is the ideal spare tire carrier for your JL. If you have any questions, be sure to leave us in the comment section below. While you're there, please like and subscribe to our channel. For the freshest stuff, check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.